Mic check, mic check. All right, good show today. Let's get ready. What? Look at that. That's not bad. All right. Let me get the content ready. No space. All right. Present. Share live screen. Oh, hold on. Window. That one, and then share. All right, let's cut it a bit early there. Not good blending. Welcome everyone to the Black Baron broadcast. I'm your host, Rap Raven. This is the 165th show. Yeah, so it says. So it must be. That's 165 times we have come together to try to help Black people on Black issues. Don't forget to tell your friends to tune in live, because it's only the live stuff where we get to interact and we make live on the air decisions and choices, and we go with the flow. That's where we go, with the hot flow. So let's go through how we normally start for those who are new and those who listen in future times. Please don't forget to follow the Black Betterment Building Instagram page, and move that out of the way, please. Get out of the way. There you go. There you go. Voila. So I've got things popping up everywhere. All right, so we're going to start. We always start. When it comes to working as a collective with only Black people on matters that benefit Black issues, Black progression, and Black ownership, Black people are collectively inadequate. Unfortunately, so we're trying to work. Individually, you might find a non-Black person who shows some kind of camaraderie towards Black people. However, collectively, Black people have no friends. Very important one. And the most important one, which we will tackle into even more depth today: constructive Black man with constructive Black woman makes a constructive Black family. Don't forget that one. Those three quotes will keep you on task when you're trying to go out in the world and practice Black betterment. Trust me, it will. It's been proven. All right, let me sneeze. Hold on. Bless me. No, okay. Don't forget the 4D values: discipline, dedication, discernment, and dignity. We're going to throw out the link, but as you know, when Black people get together, there's a history of confusion and anxiety that might pop up. So in order to help us, we remember the 4D values of discipline, dedication, dignity, and discernment. The 4D values. Don't forget those. Very important. Yes, sir. Very important indeed. What else? Yeah, cool. Good. Also, we're going to throw the link out at some point. Invite the family to jump in and listen. Please don't use derogatory terms and try to name call each other. I know it's very hard when Black people get into a group and we disagree. Somehow there's some kind of training that makes us maybe go combative. We're trying to work on that, so let's not do that today, if possible. Here's a way to help. Try not to use any of these languages when possible. Use the right-hand side and not the left-hand side, and you will be that little bit more closer to being constructive. Yes, you will. Isn't that good? All right. So for those who are new, or those who will be new, or those too soon to be new, the asking, what is Black Betterment? Sounds like a tricky word. Well, let's break it down. Black people helping Black people on Black issues for betterment. That's it. Whenever it's constructively possible, Black people helping Black people on Black issues for betterment. They had a gentle lady, a very nice lady, joining last week, and she was asking, what if white person is doing good things, or a non-Black person is doing good things for Black people? We said that's great, but that doesn't count for Black betterment. Black betterment is the training of Black people to help Black people on Black issues. It's simple. So if Black people are not doing it, it doesn't count as Black betterment. No, sir. So it's a lifestyle. So we're teaching the lifestyle, meaning Black people who are identified as Black. All over the world, there's many different classifications and rulings, but generally we have one consensus of how to become a Black person, or who is a Black person. And that group, the IC3 in the UK, that group, they practicing the lifestyle Black betterment is what we promote to that group. All right, so today's fantastic. My screen's very small. I can't see anything. I'm gonna have to make this bigger. This is not gonna work. There we go. I can see it better now, and I'm wearing glasses. Tell your friends to tell a friend we're live. All right, so there. Let's make sure I've read it properly. Is there value in Black men publicly pronouncing Black women as their preference? Good topic. So we look at how to use preference choices as a self-esteem strategy. Yeah. So the idea is there a value in Black men actually saying, when I, this is more publicly, social network, out in parties when you're eating cheese and crackers and whatever you eat when you go to non-Black parties and this kind of stuff. Is there a value in saying, my preference is Black women? You do see a lot of on the algorithm, a lot of black men letting you know their preference isn't black women, which obviously we know that the majority of men are with black women, but obviously there's a heightened mainstream marketing where you don't really might not see that as much, especially in films and that kind of stuff. Ticking the boxes, getting all the people to be the roles and all that. But the question is that a good strategy? Is that something that maybe might be beneficial for people to know that, and to also force it? Because usually we did show at one point a few weeks back. I mean, very good shows, all very good shows, to be honest. You should go check them out. We did look at one where when you see black men who try to announce they love black women, you do see like a pushback from either non-black people or black people trying to not rock the boat or some kind of thing they're trying to do. And on shows when they go, what about all people and all of, and I've seen it. I was at some certain events, and when a black person saying, there was one question: do black men protect black women? And then I protect all women, like, and then not understanding the mission, not understanding that many black women have been marginalized, as what happened when you attack a group and you take away the protectors of the group, the men. So whenever there's a chance for black men to say, I protect black women or I love black women, it should be just that, full stop, and then game over. That's the end of it. No more part two. That's it. No caveats, no sideway challenges, no, introduction to new concepts, just black men, black women. Will that concept, this stuff is quite big. Would big up brother Dominic, big up all the help he's been doing behind the scenes, big up, big up. And big up everyone who's listening live and who's not listening live in the future. Who knows? One day they might shut the show down, and you might find this video, and it might do you some good stuff. So big up to you. Don't forget, if you hear Black Betterment broadcast, feel free to do yourself. Take the concepts, the ideas, and go and help black people. That's right. Do it. Do it now. Get it a chopper. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna explore that if that's a good idea. I'm gonna ask some of the black sisters if that is something they would appreciate, or maybe they see it too much or not enough. Who knows? Only they can say. Only they can say. And then what is the next one? The next one is: should black men or black women lead in correcting error-prone black women's public behavior? We look at what works better as a strategy to minimize error-prone behaviors among unsynchronized black women. Right. So what does that mean? So basically, what we're saying is, as you know, there's waywardness in black men and women, and from a mainstream standpoint, especially in a non-black owned platforms and a non-black owned, entertainment industries, whatever. You see a lot of error-prone behavior. A very lowbrow, under the belly, that kind of stuff. It makes a lot of money. What we're saying is, and sometimes you see men or women, whatever, but you see people going on the social saying, this is not good. Question asking, who should lead in that? Who should be seen trying to correct that? Black men or black women? That's an interesting conversation. We might start there because it's a quick, easy one, and then we'll come back to it. Maybe depends on what you family who are listening live want to talk about. So the two topics is who should try to what's the word we use? Who should try to correct error-prone black women's public behavior? Unsynchronized black women, that is, not the synchronized. We have many synchronized sisters who are high principled in their behavioral patterns. Well done to you. But we're saying who should correct the error-prone sisters, the unsynchronized ones, who are being, for the most part, used by non-black owned industries to promote error-prone behavior, to sell records, or sell videos, or sell soap, or whatever they're selling. Who should correct that, if any? Can you correct that? Who knows? So the question is out to you. We're going to start there. So we're going to. I was going to get some of the rap stuff, but for what I don't even know the names to type in Google. But I did see just like on my Instagram, just about a woman talking about a past. It's very error prone. Just go listen to it, just have a breakdown. Because what I was interested is, that's another thing. There's this woman, she was saying some error prone stuff, and some of the black men, quite a few black men were like, that's why we don't like black women, blah, 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 this kind of stuff. So, I don't know how they concluded that, but nonetheless, whenever black people promote any kind of error prone stuff in any kind of mass, you do get the unsynchronized brothers who are easily conquered, who make these comments. And that's another thing. Whenever we won't go there. Let's listen to the video. There we go.
27.
Rewind.
My name is Brittany.
Brittany,
I'm from
where
Chicago.
you calling me from?
Chicago.
Chicago in the building. How old are you, Brittany?
I'm 27.
27, Chicago. You have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have 3 daughters.
3 daughters. How old are your daughters, honey?
6, 5, and 3.
Are about the same man?
No. I got 2 different baby fathers.
Why are you not with the 3-year-old dad?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. He was a sneaky link. He younger than me, and I thought it was my first baby daddy's baby, and it was. I know.
Wait, child.
Yes, I think so. This phone is like 27, quite young. I thought it was 47. As in, well, I misheard, but it's 27. Not that she looks 47, but evil. And yeah, I think she's got 3. She's got 3 kids from 2 men, which is that happened. Um, and I think the issue she said is one of them was she accidentally got pregnant by someone else. So that or something like this. So this is kind of behavior that you kind of want to amongst groups try to control. You don't want to be in a relationship and get pregnant by another person. And then it's more so you're now on a I guess on a platform trying to find a new husband, a lover, and this is the kind of you're leading with these stories. And once again, I'm from a different planet. Like I don't. This is not something I would want to share with the world, but this is internet, click, 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 click. But yeah, this is the sister. It's all fun and game.
Brittany. Okay, so was you cheating on your baby daddy with him?
No, so I was in a domestic violence relationship with my first.
So already, so we're listing this as we're going along. We're just unpacking. So already, the sister is in with her the individual who's abusive. This is always problematic. Sometimes you cannot pick. You don't know someone is of a certain way. Every society, you could have an abused person from different tax brackets to different areas, different tribes, different shades, different languages. Abusers come in many different abuseful. That's not a word. Many different forms. Um, Yes, but one of the things we do say is I would recommend that if you are abused by a man, if you're a woman, let all men know when you first date them that you're a one and done kind of woman when it comes to abuse. As soon as they put your hands on you, you're out the door. Very important. And I will also definitely stress as well, if you're a woman, do not hit men because sometimes you might find some women because they're aggressive and they fight, they then think, well, I hit him, he hit me, and yeah. So definitely do not hit men. Do not hit men. But if you are hit, that is a sign for you to leave. You guys can listen to see if there's any more stuff we can unpack.
First baby daddy, so he had got locked up, and then I was messing with the other dude.
Okay, so I don't know. He got locked. I don't know if it was connected to the abuse, but let's go with it. Let's say that he beat her up enough to be in jail, and then when he was in jail, she tried to find another gentleman.
And yeah.
So why did you think it was so you were having sex with him at the same time?
Probably like 2 weeks apart. I ain't gonna lie, probably like 2 weeks apart.
So this is the thing. I don't know how it happened, but there's a man who's got your kids. I'm assuming, maybe not. Is he the one who beat you and went to jail? And within 2 weeks of that, you're impregnated by another person. That's something to think about. There's always a possibility that you might get pregnant when you have intimate intercourse with a man. So remember that.
So
the whole pregnancy, did you think it was your baby daddy?
Yeah, I did, but I told both of them like it was possible it could be you or you.
And your baby daddy was in jail?
Yeah.
So when did you find out? Like when you gave birth or before you gave birth?
Yeah, when I gave birth, yeah.
And was it by the appearance or the DNA test?
By the appearance. She was like a little Mexican baby.
Because the sneaky link was a Mexican?
My second baby daddy, yeah, he's Puerto Rican and Mexican.
She chose a non-black person, and obviously that might have given it away.
And your first baby daddy is black?
Yeah.
So how did he take the information when he realized he wasn't the baby daddy?
He was there.
He was what?
He was in the room. My first baby daddy was in.
So what happened when the baby came out your vagina?
So, when I told him, he was like, it's my fault. If you were messing with somebody else, I'm going to still stick with you. I'm going to be with you.
Also, one thing we say is, motherhood is a very sacred thing. And when you have kids, you're a mother. So when you go on these kind of platforms, you have children. So, how you behave is a representation of them. So try to be in your best behavior.
And the baby came, he acted like he was all cool. I thought it was his. He thought it was his. And when she came, she wasn't. And I saw it in his eyes. I saw it in his face. I did feel bad. But, we here now. So, and it's my baby at the end of the day. So,
now let's go to the actual child's father. So was he involved?
Yeah.
So what did was he happy that the baby was his?
Yeah. So, which was crazy. He was in prison too, but he was in federal.
So there's this other non-black Mexican person was also in jail. So you're seeing back-to-back error proneness. The thing is, you can always tell people, unless someone's in jail for fighting for freedom or something, try not to be with people in jail. But then the reality is, this is the environment I suspect this woman is in. And this is what she is, very normal to her.
Brittany!
I know. I was young and dumb, and I had a bad choice.
Brittany, the baby's 3. It's only 3 years ago we talking right now, Brittany.
Well, 4, because they 9 months to had a baby.
Okay, 4. Okay, fair enough. All right, boo. What kind of man you looking for now, girl?
Okay, I'm looking for a man that's mature, knows what he wants, about his bag, loves God, isn't a liar, isn't a woman beater, respects women, it has confidence about himself, because I really cannot do any more insecure men. Motivated, about your money, and you gotta look good. Okay, because I look good, so you gotta look good.
About his money, I want to go there early with you. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
I would say like 150,000 and up.
I'm not too sure what part of America they live in, but 150,000 in US. How much is that in England? Like 100 that's pretty much the same, right? 130,000, something like that. Yeah, that's quite a lot of money. Okay.
Let me ask you this. Now, do you care if it's illegal, 150K?
No.
Okay, well, no. Okay, so she doesn't care how the individual makes the money. This is very error prone. So this is getting her back into the kind of world where she is. So there is no motivation to leave it. Case study.
They have it. Now, Brittany, though, because both of the other baby daddies went to jail. So what if this guy who made that money might go to jail too?
Well, shit. Long as let me not.
Toby ain't got shit on me. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let's be for real. But nah, like if he go to jail, I'm gonna hold him down. If he was real to me, and it depends on how long now, baby. Like you do anything in life, okay, baby. Look, we locked in, but I can't hold you down for life now.
She can't hold you down for life. So make 150K. She don't care how you get it. She ain't asking no questions. Okay. She don't want you to go to jail, but she'll hold you down. But if they give you life, she gotta be out. She can't do no life sentence. You got a good 5 piece. If you get 5 years, you can wait 5 years.
Oh yeah.
10 years. 10 years too long.
10. I'ma still do my thing, but I'ma be there when you get out.
Okay, so 5 years she gonna hold you down and not sleep with nobody else. If you get 10 years, she gonna hold you down, but you know how she gets. She got to get some. She can't go 10 years. But when your ass get out, she got you.
Right. So what we do, we're looking at the second topic first. Should black men or black women lead in correcting error-prone black women public behavior? So we could have said maybe the host could have done more there, even though her show probably based upon that kind of content and stuff. So yeah, interesting stuff there. Or any women who are live, feel free to jump on. I haven't put the link out, have I? Hold on, invite. So if you wish to jump in the show, feel free to jump in and add your commentary. I forgot to add the link. Sorry, guys. Tell your friends, tell a friend we're live. We tend to go for half an hour to an hour of case studying, and then we throw the link out for people to jump in. And if people jump in, we might go for an extra hour or 3 or 4. I think last week we went for 4 hours. But if people don't jump in, then we'll just end around about half an hour to an hour. But we're going to now go into the next very important topic, this one. So what we're going to do is, what should I play first? Let me play. So I'm going to play some black. Once again, my algorithm was giving me the same stuff all the time. So it was giving me random black women dating non-black men and their scenarios on a live show. I don't watch a live show, but I'm seeing the shorts. So let's listen to 2 of these sisters and see what they got going on. All right, rewind.
I have to be honest.
Rewind.
When he met my dad for the first time, he told my dad that he's not going to marry me.
Honest opinion.
So this is, for those who know, this is, I would assume this is an Asian individual, or have Asian origin at some point, and married to her sister. She started the conversation by saying this gentleman has walked up to her father and said, "I'm not going to marry your daughter." I don't know if black men do that or if there's a culture where that's normal, but it's been happening. So
I can't lie.
But that's something that you can hold
that's from
back,
my
that you don't have to
past,
tell.
though, that I have to be honest. Do you know what I mean? It's just like...
You can't help yourself. Like, you just have to just say...
What am I going to say? I'm going to lie to your dad and say, yes, I'm going to marry Temi. Do you know what I mean?
Well, but did your dad actually ask that question?
He asked me how I feel about Temi, what are my intentions with Temi, and I said, I love your daughter, but I'm never going to marry her.
Who says that to someone's dad? Only Tang would say that. Honestly, everyone else would just, like, make a casual conversation, but no, not Tang. I don't know why I'm waiting around being engaged to my baby daddy. It just makes no sense. Let's book a date.
So this is on Big Up Brother. He says he saw this episode. This is on channel 4 or E4, one of the 4s. Now with digital, what digital? What do they call it? The Skyview or Freeview, whatever. I don't watch TV, as you know, so I suspect it's on most of them, or one of them. All right, so that's one. Let's see the next one. What's the next one? Next one, different show. Rewind.
Can we talk about your family?
What about my family?
How long have we been together and I've not met your family? And he's just come back from a family holiday, right? And who went on the holiday, please?
Like, I mean, all my family.
Just family, yeah? No partners,
family, yeah.
right? Swear on your life, no partners.
There was some partners.
Yeah, because you know I saw, right? Because you know I see every fucking thing. He told me he went on a family holiday and I'm not invited because it's strictly just family. I'm looking on fucking his sister's Instagram, his cousin's Instagram, every
excuse the strong language.
single person's brought their partner, their kid, their dog, their fucking goldfish, and here's me at home and he's fucking lying to me. And I wanted to tell you properly, I wanted to wait if you were going to tell me, but since we come and tell him every single thing in the world, can you please tell him why I've not met your family and why you lied to me that everyone wasn't bringing their girlfriends?
Like, I'll be honest, like, I've never dated a black girl before, and I've never brought a black girl home. Like, my family, they're not racist. I'm not racist, obviously. Like, but I feel like I need to set some things in place before they meet her, because I
didn't come on your family holiday because I'm a black girl.
All right, there you go. So, love, toxic, blue therapy. Don't know what that is. But that came on my stream. So I assume she's dating a European, white guy. And, she didn't know that his family might practice racism. She didn't know that. It was all new. I didn't know that. So she found out that her baby, she hasn't seen the new boyfriend's family because he might practice racism, or they might practice racism, and he needs time to try to minimize the racism they might practice when she sees them. And that might take time. So he needs time to prepare them to minimize racism to his new girlfriend. All right, let's now go to some of the woes of women.
And
Rewind.
that gets to your... I personally feel like black women are at the bottom of the barrel. Like, nobody wants black women. Like, nobody desires black women. They basically think we're trash. And that gets to your head. And black men like wanting to be with white women or lighter skinned women. It makes you feel like you're just not wanted.
Part 2.
Like finding a black man that genuinely desires a dark-skinned woman has been interesting, right? Because every black man I've dated, their type was always exotic, meaning light skin, curly hair. Like, that's not exotic.
Green eyes.
Hello, she's just mixed, babe. She's just mixed. That's been my experience.
While they talk about colorism, they also contribute to
this brother. I think he's not really helping that. He's trying to he's trying, I don't know, I just came on my stream, but he seems to be not best pleased with their analysis.
Colorism in the same breath. Women can outright say that they prefer darker toned men, and us men don't have an issue with it. I know a woman who just would tell men up front, like, you got to be dark skinned, you got to be 6 or above 6 feet, you got to have locks. Let a man talk about he want a light skin. It comes to colorism. That's all y'all want. That's all y'all see. That's all y'all desire. Y'all don't even be looking for us anyway.
So I would say to the black men out there who watch women complaining, not to react this way. And also the like for like, I don't think that's a good way to approach it. You know, there is more strain on black women from a dating standpoint and choice standpoint, and also with ratio of people looking one way, a ratio of people looking another way. So this kind of like, oh, you know, we're both got it bad. I wouldn't approach that. We won't listen to more of this guy. We just listen to what the women's thing. But yeah, black man, this is part of the stream as well. I would definitely say not to do that. I'm seeing a new wave of black men, especially from the UK, just doing that, where it's like they're showing displeasement towards black women, but they're not doing it from a standpoint of understanding, kindness, or offering a direction in a constructive way for people to follow. It's more so black woman bashing for clicks and likes, or I told you so's. So let's work on that. Let's have, what's up? Was there anyone? What's this up? Let's see this one.
Looking at you like, I feel a lot of my friends in the last few years, I've noticed have been dating outside because there's an expectation of us to heal each other. I'm coming in, I'm looking at you like, you know our history. I need you to be my dad and my lover. Am I this? Am I that? Because, and then you're looking at me like, you know where I've been. So I need you to be a safe place to land. But what that means is neither of us get to show up as just who we are today.
So you're saying you're seeing people our age, many of our friends, choosing romantic partners outside the race because
they just want to reinvent themselves and have a place where they can decide who they want to be versus the expectations of who you're supposed to be.
Well, that was it. All right, cool. Let me rewind it. Let me just make sure I'm going to miss. Excellent. Cool. Now, I've got two. Oh, I've only got one video, I think. There was one or two, but I think I downloaded one. This gentleman came on my live. Let's say stuff. It's a bit quiet. You're going to have to listen. Listen.
So I was living in Japan for like 4 years. Man, I didn't see black women for like 4 years. When I came back to the U.S., I was so excited about seeing black women. I think black women are the most amazing thing on this earth. And so if I had advice, it would be black women.
All right. So for those in here, it was quite quiet. This came on my feed. A black man said he was in Japan or something like this. And, you know, he didn't see no black women, but he wanted the whole to know that when I came back, I was so excited to see black women. He missed the look, missed seeing black women and that kind of stuff. And, yeah, he was very happy about it. I think this might be a good idea. This is so this is what we were asking. We were asking the question, those who are joining and those who are listening in future times. Is there a value in black men publicly pronouncing black women as their preference? We look at how to use preference choices as a self-esteem strategy. So I think once again, we might not have the numbers, but it would be nice to hear women's views on this. You know, is there a value in that? In seeing that, is that warranted? Is that something that can be very handy? I would say yes. But once again, the opinions of black women are important. We have we've posted the link, so feel free to jump in. Now, if we don't get a person to jump in, we might close in. I might ramble on for 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of rambling. 10 minutes of rambling, and some random other stuff. And then I might shut it down. Shut it down. What was that? Shut it down. I did come across this random video. I just downloaded it anyway. It's not got much to do with this topic, but I think it's something we're going to move on to. Very good. It's some brother, very light skinned brother from America, and he's talking about. Once again, my algorithm's just doing the whole thing and showing me a lot of his stuff. But he was talking about African Americans and economics. Let's hear him.
The resource. Sometimes I believe that Black people are searching for a key to an unlocked door, that the door to opportunity is wide open and will cost you little to get in. The resources necessary to succeed in this country as Africans in America are here. We have everything we need to succeed except each other. We have money. Oh, we're not poor. We're just broke. Our money goes in one direction away from us. We've taken the art of consumption to a whole new level. We don't sell anything that we purchase, and we don't make anything that we buy. We just consume. We are a $1.1 trillion annual economy. If we were a nation, we would be the 16th richest nation in the entire world. I've traveled to every place that Black people have been dispersed, brothers and sisters. I've been to South Africa, East Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, all over North Africa, and all over South America and the Caribbean. And there are no Black people in the entire world doing better than we are.
Where the mic at? Drop the mic.
All right, man. So I randomly just put that in there. I just thought it was good that it came on. I feel for because like I said, we talk about the Trinity of Triumph here, and what is the Trinity of Triumph? The three main topics that we promote at the moment, but for a long time at least, anyway, are the ones that are more currently important. I'm gonna design a whole way of presenting it, just so it's flashy, whatever. But those Trinity of Triumph is one, Black families, very important, and the concept is Black men picking Black women, starting a constructive Black family, and today's two topics are correlated with that without question. Very important part of a community is the Black family. Obviously, that a family is bigger than just the man. It's also the parents and the aunts and the village and that. But when it comes to starting your own branch, making sure you pick correctly, but also making sure you pick within a collective group. And then the other one of the Trinity of Triumphs is the Black economics. Very important. Black people, each one teach one. Black people starting institutions dedicated to concepts or ideas or products that benefit Black people, or just lucrative at points. Big up Empress Kushti. It's always good to see her there. We have her opinion will be very valid about the topic soon that we'll describe. And I think the final one was so we had Black. Oh, that's right, Black health, very important. That's something I'm going to go very strong in, breaking down how best to eat, how to divide your food, how recommending to have your 50% potassium, 25% starch, and 12% protein in your food. Try to as much plants as possible, if not complete plants, in your food. Also exercising. One of the two big challenges Black people go through, it seems, all over the world. Well, more so in the diaspora, or where Black people meet other people groups, or maybe where there's some challenges in certain kind of Black nations, who knows. But it's this diabetes and high blood pressure. And, a healthy lifestyle and via training and what you eat and what you don't eat or eat less of can contribute to tackling, preventing, living with these challenges easy rate. So that's why we say Black health is important. So Black families, Black health, and Black economics. These are the Trinities of Triumph that we promote, and I haven't done it yet. Maybe next week or the week after, I'll design some flashy looking thing that promotes it. We maybe put on a t-shirt, who knows, as you do. So today's topic, for those who don't know, is there value in Black men publicly pronouncing Black women as their preference? We look at how to use preference choices as a self-esteem strategy. We look how to use preference choices as a self-esteem strategy. That makes more sense. That was topic one. Topic two was, should Black men or Black women lead in correcting error-prone Black women's public behavior? We look at what works better as a strategy to minimize error-prone behaviors among unsynchronized Black women. And we looked at a video for those who came maybe late in the future time earlier, just about a woman who was picking, she's looking to find a husband on some kind of show, and she was listing her lifestyle and what she's going through, ups and downs. And once again, it seemed back-to-back trauma, picking, I guess, the wrong men, being in the wrong environment, all her boyfriends were going to jail, and her new boyfriend, it's okay if he went to jail. So she didn't necessarily care how he got the money, as long as she had got the money, and the amount she wanted was more than the majority of people will get in the Black community in her entire city, if she could find that, apparently. So yeah, but then there was also error prone. The question we're asking is, should Black women step to Black women? Should Black men step to Black women when it comes to error prone? We're looking at all this kind of stuff in the TV. So I'm going to cover as well, just about Black, not Black, but Jewish and other Asian institutions, and how I think Jewish is always a good case study to do. Like we talked about before, where I think Michael Jackson tried to have a line, "Do me, Jew me," something like this, and he had to apologize and redo the album and re-release it and those kind of stuff. But many white and Jewish-owned labels happily to put Black people on their label, degrading Black culture, Black people, Black ideas, all across the board. Wherever country you're in, seems to be the norm, and there's no real kickback. So there's a value in understanding that, in us checking that behavior. Obviously, we're against it because we don't have a culture of accountability. Plus, we don't have the power of the institutions, and we don't own those. There's ones that they have more reach than us anyway. So if they want to play slackness, there's very little we can do. Challenge, this kind of stuff. But it was also good just to see how other communities operate. So that's correlating with checking unsynchronized Black women who might be highly error prone in their method. We do see a lot of 1 or 2 videos here, people not best pleased with certain behaviors, but generally, we're saying maybe it should Black women or Black men speak out more about that. What's your thoughts? Let us know. And the most important topic, it's so important, but is there value in Black men publicly pronouncing Black women as their preference? This brother here from Japan, he just came back. Here's what he had to say. Very quiet, but I should turn up, but I didn't get a choice.
So I was living in Japan for like 4 years. Man, I didn't see Black women for like 4 years. When I came back to the U.S., I was so excited about seeing Black women. I think Black women are the most amazing thing on this earth. And so if I had advice, it would be Black women.
So you mixed that with this?
I feel like Black women are at the bottom of the barrel. Nobody wants Black women. Like, nobody desires Black women. They basically think we're trash. And that gets to your head. And Black men, like, wanting to be with white women or lighter skinned women, it makes you feel like you're just not wanted. I personally like Black.
There you go. Keeps playing. Very important topic. Something we have to tackle. We have to have a solution for. It is a very natural thing. Well, not natural, but a very understandable thing for someone to think that way. Seeing how how information spreads and the consistency or lack of consistency in certain ideas. And that's why we're saying, as a collective strategy, is there value in Black men making it a point to let the world know that Black women are Black men's preference? Because what you tend to find is the misogynist Black men, they really want the world to know that they love or their preference is white women or what they call light-skinned women, but usually it's light-skinned in the sense of being close to whiteness because they have a white parent, if those particular type of light-skinned sisters, and it's more so through the European concept rather that they're more best pleased. We saw a video, I have it somewhere, but I think it was at a funeral of Nipsey Hussle. He's a rapper, and I think it was his funeral. I could be wrong because I'm usually in most things. I think at his funeral, one of his friends wanted to, I think he said something like, you should be with us here today, helping us raise our light-skinned daughters. I you know, that's a very interesting way of saying something. And what that shows me is the fact that you'll be at our funeral and you want to mention that you want your friend there to help you and him raise your the men their light-skinned daughters. Shows me that colorism, self-esteem issues, and just right error-prone behavior is quite running rampant in many different sections of the Black community in the world. We're using it as a case study, so obviously it happens all over the place. We do see it. You know, giving them a sense of knowledge and why that's error prone will be important, as you know. And then I think what was the other one I saw? Trying to think, can't remember. It's so many, but there was one particular one I wanted to mention. But these behaviors, these will contribute. And then just speaking of Black women in general, last week we were looking at something, but let's say this other sister talk here for
The first
not this
time,
one, not this one.
my dad.
This is interesting, but not this one. I think it's this one. I don't think it's that one. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. So what one is it? Let's say it's this one.
I believe that black
It's
people
not that
are
one. I got these videos everywhere. I don't know which one it is. Let's say it's this one. I bet it's not this one. It's not this one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Maybe it's this one.
You can have a preference.
Yeah, let's say it's this one. There we go.
Finding a Black man that genuinely desires a dark-skinned woman has been interesting, right? Because every Black man I've dated, their type was always exotic, meaning light skin, curly hair. Like, that's not exotic.
Green eyes.
Hello, she's just mixed, babe. She's just mixed.
So yeah, it's you know, listening to the consistency that many Black women, especially dark-skinned Black women, say, you know. So let's question it as a collective strategy. Is there a value in that? You have to let me know. That's what we're doing this show. But family, we are at the 10 minutes 40 mark. I will get off to finish some other stuff. If everyone is content, we have we have enough content for people to review and maybe in the comments have a back and forth. But if any woman wants to say anything, forever hold your peace now. The question is, before we go, if anyone wants to let me know, say so, bro. Is there value in Black men publicly pronouncing Black women as their preference? We look at how to use preference choices as a self-esteem strategy. And then second question, should Black men or Black women lead in correcting error-prone Black women's public behavior? We look at what works better as a strategy to minimize error-prone behaviors among unsynchronized Black women. So, two questions. Who should be disciplining and correcting error-prone Black women? And should Black men make it a thing to announce that Black women are Black men's preference? You hear many Black men say their preference might be not Black women, and they have their own, you know, Asian, Latino, mixed, or what you know, however people want to say things. But they try to. They don't the term Black. They don't use. It's not really something. Or African or whatever, right? Or dark skin or whatever, right? So this is something. Is there a value in Black men saying they like seeing Black women? Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll play 4 seconds of the error-prone woman, and then we'll shut it down. So this is one who should be correcting sisters who might be going off the rails.
My name is Brittany. I'm from Chicago.
Where are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago in the building. How old are you, Brittany?
I'm 27.
27, Chicago. You have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have 3 daughters.
3 daughters. How old are your daughters, honey?
6, 5, and 3.
How about the same man?
No. I got 2 different baby fathers.
Why are you not with the 3-year-old dad?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. He was a sneaky link. He younger than me. And I thought it was my first baby daddy's baby, and it was. I know.
Wait, child. Brittany, okay. So, was you cheating on your baby daddy with him?
No, so I was in a domestic violence relationship with my first baby daddy, so he had got locked up, and then I was messing with the other dude, and
So, why did you think it was so you were having sex with him at the same time?
Probably like 2 weeks apart. I ain't gonna lie, probably like 2 weeks apart. So
the whole pregnancy, did you think it was your baby daddy?
yeah, I did, but I told both of them like it was possible it could be you or you.
And your baby daddy was in jail.
Yeah.
So when did you find out? Like when you gave birth or before you gave birth?
Yeah, when I gave birth. Yeah.
And was it by the appearance or the DNA test?
By the appearance. She was like a little Mexican baby.
Because the sneaky link was a Mexican?
My second baby daddy, yeah, he's Puerto Rican and Mexican.
And your first baby daddy is black?
Yeah.
So how did he take the information when he realized he wasn't the baby daddy?
He was there.
He was what?
He was in the room. My first baby daddy was in.
So what happened when the baby came out your vagina?
So, you know, when I told him, he was like, you know, it was my fault. If you were messing with somebody else, I'm going to still stay with you. I'm going to be with you still. And the baby came. He acted like he was all cool. I thought it was his. He thought it was his. And when she came, she wasn't. And I saw it in his eyes. I saw it in his face. I did feel bad. But, you know, we here now. So, and it's my baby at the end of the day. So,
now let's go to the actual child's father. So is he involved?
Yeah.
So what did was he happy that the baby was his?
Yeah. So, which was crazy, he was in prison too, but he was in federal.
Brittany!
I know. I was young and dumb, and I had a bad choice.
Brittany, the baby's 3. It's only 3 years ago we talking right now, Brittany.
Well, 4, because they 9 months to had a baby.
Okay, 4. Okay, fair enough. All right, boo. What kind of man you looking for now, girl?
Okay, I'm looking for a man that's mature, knows what he wants, about his bag, loves God, isn't a liar, isn't a woman beater, respects women, and has confidence about himself, because I really cannot.
We're just listening to a young sister talk about her experience of dating and what she goes for. We'll ask the question: who should black men? Who should black men or black women lead in correcting error-prone black women's public behavior? This woman has many error-prone behaviors going on. If I can remember, so I was looking at some other videos what was going on. But as I remember, she was talking about dating men in jail. Once again, if you're dating a man in jail, if he's reformed, this is fine. Or if he went to jail for freedom fighting or something, I understand. But if he's, I think he might have went to jail for beating her up. We always say that once a man puts his hands on you, you should leave, and you should definitely not be hitting men anyway. If you are hitting them, get that sorted out. Any kind of violence needs to be sorted. Also, her choice in dating men in between time and not knowing who the father is could be very problematic. Even come on the show and her behavior, being a mother of 3 and jump on these global international stream shows. You know, there should be a certain amount of decency and decorum that might be value. Let's read some of the comments. An average, stable black man would not want this kind of woman. That's right. And that's another thing. When it comes to like trying to promote healthy relationships, and just so people can see what that looks like, a lot of these shows deal with problematic behaviors, and they come on. And also, one thing, we want to promote constructive black love, but also, you know, a lot of these net shows, whatever, they have their kind of like different people from different backgrounds jumping in. Can't jump on right now, but wow, just airing all her dirty laundry, no shame. Yeah, it is very problematic for some of the sisters. And the question we're asking is, who should be reforming this? Should there be a movement? And I think we will take some time to look at other industries and other groups who manage their behavioral patterns very well of their women and men, of how they act and how they control other groups, how they control their own groups. I think because other people control many of the institutions and platforms, there's not really this kind of gatekeeping towards black behavioral patterns, and then we see this happening. But also we want to be aware that whenever black women might start dating non-black men, there might be some realities they have to deal with. We were looking at this one.
Some partners.
Excuse the
Can we talk about
swearing.
your family?
What about my family?
How long have we been together and I've not met your family? And he's just come back from a family holiday, right? And who went on the holiday, please?
Like, I mean, all my family.
Just
all my,
family,
all
yeah?
my
No
immediate
partners,
family, yeah.
right? Swear on your life, no partners.
There was some partners.
Yeah, because you know I saw, right? Because you know I see every fucking thing. He told me he went on a family holiday and I'm not invited because it's strictly just family. I'm looking on fucking his sister's Instagram, his cousin's Instagram. Every single person's brought their partner, their kid, their dog, their fucking goldfish. And here's me at home and he's fucking lying to me. And I wanted to tell you properly. I wanted to wait if you were going to tell me. But since we come and tell him every single thing in the world, can you please tell him why I've not met your family and why you lied to me that everyone wasn't bringing their girlfriends?
Like, I'll be honest, like, I've never dated a black girl, and I've never brought a black girl home. Like, my family, they're not racist. I'm not racist, obviously. Like, but I feel like I need to set some things in place before they meet her, because I
didn't go on your family holiday because I'm a black girl.
So there you go. The sister was not aware that racism could be practiced, and so she was trying to work out why he didn't want to show, you know, his parents. Hold on, let's get some stuff. This is interesting. So I'm just looking at the past my videos to see if there's anything interesting there. Let's look at it. Go, oh, that's nice.
Successful musician, and
that's a nice one. That's 6. Let me type that one. 16. Oh, no, 0 4 seconds. That's nice. I'm just gonna. I forgot about that one. Sorry, I'm just saying that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, no, yeah. Where was I? I was waffling there. Yeah, so what we were showing was sometimes when black women, not black men, but we focus on women now because the problem is we want to get more constructive black men to marry or be with black women. You might go for other people groups, and then some, you know, that might practice racism, or they, you know, their cultural behaviors might not really correlate with what we see as decent. We look at this one here as a prime example.
When he met my dad for the first time, he told my dad that he's not going to marry me.
Honest opinion, I can't.
Yeah, so that's a very peculiar behavior to do when you go to a family function. I don't know what's going on there, but that was what he felt it was necessary to tell the daughter of you know, this daughter of the man, his woman is dating.
Lie.
But that's something that you can hold
that's from
back,
my
and you
past,
don't have to tell.
though, that I have to be honest. Do you know what I mean? It's just like
you can't help yourself. Like you just have to just say.
What am I going to say? I'm going to lie to your dad and say yes. I'm going to marry Temi. Do you know what I mean?
Well, but did your dad actually ask that question?
He asked me how I feel about Temi. What are my intentions with Temi? And I said, I love your daughter, but I'm never going to marry her.
Who says that to someone's dad? Only Tang would say that. Honestly, everyone else would just like make a casual conversation, but no, not Tang. I don't know why I'm waiting around being engaged to my baby daddy. It just makes no sense. Let's book.
Oh, so you've got kids. So you've got kids with that individual, and right. I didn't know that. Yeah. So, you know, as a black community, we want to fix all that. We try to make sure we have enough constructive black men and women, so they don't have to go on TV and promote error-prone behavior at all. So, family, we normally go for an hour and we end. What I'm going to do, if anyone wants to jump in, feel free. I'll put the link in there one more time. You can. I'll just, as I normally do, they're the two topics. This topic is more so for women, to be honest, black women. We can also cover it next week if it's something black women want to revisit or come back and answer. But I was looking through my archives of stuff that probably many people haven't seen. I came across this video I thought interesting. Let me see if I can find it. This is not nothing to do with the topic, but I'm gonna see if I can find it. The shows. Let's go back. Where is it? And I think it was 63. 63. No, it was 60. Oh, all right, this one. What's that Coolio one? That look cool one. What's this? What is this?
Boys have a different role.
I don't know what it is. I'm just some old stuff was really good. I don't know what I've got here, but I'm just checking some stuff out though. What is this? What is this? Hold on. All right.
Attuned to
All right, it's some good stuff. But where's that hip hop stuff? Is it this one?
You're filling in tonight for Sean.
Oh yeah, let's hear this. This is random, but you know, I've got 10 minutes, so you know, I do my random stuff.
You're filling in tonight for Sean.
So this was on Fox News many years ago, 20 years, well, maybe, and I think, and we're gonna cover this some show, like how to deliver information. So because that people make good ideas sound like bad ideas. So this was an interview between Coolio, who passed away unfortunately, and a brother, I forgot his name, and they were talking about should white people be able to make hip hop songs like this. Let's listen while I look for other videos, but got 10 minutes to spare, so just why not have a case study as you do. Unless anyone wants to talk about black women and should black men be confessing openly that black men love black women? But if we're not going to do that, we'll listen to this from it.
A North Carolina minister has kicked off a campaign to ban white people from the hip-hop industry. His national emancipation crusade aims to free the black community from what he calls hip-hop slavery. Joining us now is the minister of the Messianic African Nation, Reverend Paul Scott. Reverend Scott, good evening.
Thank you for having me.
I've read your comments that say that since most white teenagers are the ones who purchase hip-hop and most of the entertainment executives in this genre are white, it's us white people who are responsible for the current messed up condition of hip-hop. Why aren't black artists the ones who are writing these despicable lyrics and the ones making their millions? Why aren't they the ones responsible for the condition of hip-hop?
It's easy to blame the 50 Cents and the Jay-Z's for the condition of hip-hop, but in reality, it is the white devils who are the record owners, the mega corporation owners, are the ones responsible for bringing hip-hop hell on earth. Well, so that's who we need to point the finger at.
So why didn't the black artists reject those white devils?
Malcolm X once said, when you have a cup of coffee that's too black and too strong, and you mix it with cream or milk, it makes it weak. What used to wake you up puts you to sleep. These white corporate devils have put our black artists to sleep, and it's time to wake them up.
I just wonder if you would be outraged if somebody put together a crusade to, I don't know, rid country music of black artists like Charlie Pride. I mean, wouldn't you be as just, you know?
Sorry, Charlie Pride is the one black country artist they let get in countries, the one black one.
Wouldn't you be indignant if somebody suggested segregating rock and roll or country or jazz?
No, I wouldn't, because what you have happening in hip-hop is these white corporations that have turned the music that was supposed to uplift the black community into money-making and booty-shaking.
Oh, come on.
This is directly at the hands of white corporations.
White corporate people
who killed.
How it correlates with what we're talking about is he's talking about error-prone behaviors that's being promoted. So you see how we nicely segued into a very similar thing there? Karen, listening?
The positive rap and put this negative rap in its place.
These are moguls, Puff Daddy or P. Diddy or whatever. I mean, these guys, Sean Puffy Combs, these are huge conglomerates, and you know, they're very grateful for the white customer, aren't they?
They may be grateful, but unfortunately, many of our black rappers and executives are being used as political pawns or pawns in the game.
And Mr. Scott, it's Alan Combs.
In actuality,
yes. Isn't banning white people from an entire genre of music racism?
You can't accuse black people of being racist.
You can't be racist if you're black?
No, because we don't have the economic ability to deprive anyone of anything. Racism means you have an ability to deprive the next person to life.
Well, yeah, you've got moguls, as Mike mentioned, like Russell Simmons and Puff Daddy, who are moguls. They could certainly work to deprive whites or not hire whites, so that's not true.
If you put Russell Simmons and Puff Daddy and Suge Knight together, they still wouldn't have the money of Interscope or Jimmy Iovine, who are really controlling hip-hop.
Isn't it a cop-out to say that because you're black, you can't be a racist? You can hate whites just as much as there are some, unfortunately, whites who hate blacks, and it's a cop-out to say, but I'm black, I'm not part of the power structure, therefore I can't be a racist. That's a cop-out.
Racism is an economic reality, not just the way you feel. I don't have the power to affect your life in any way, so I can't be racist.
Yeah, there are crimes committed against people of all races because there's a lot of hate against people of all races. There are hate crimes. that hate crime is not always about economics. If you commit a hate crime against somebody because of their skin color, it doesn't matter what economic group if you're committing a crime against somebody. Hate is hate regardless of what race it comes from.
For every hate
I would say, because they always drop that when you go to Speaker's Corner or some debate. I would say, yeah, sure. You know, the area of interest I'm in is the, the systemic, economic control, power-based one. So, whatever you call bigotry or racism, that's, we're not interested. We understand it's one-sided dynamic. So yeah, name calling is not nice. But the name calling plus power is what we're displeased with.
crime that a black person has committed against a white person, I can give you 100 that white people have committed against black people.
How do you propose to ban an entire race of people from an entire genre of music?
I'm appealing to the Oprah Winfrey's, the Bill Cosby's, the Spike Lee's, anyone who has a problem with the condition of hip hop, come together, pool your resources, get these positive rappers, the Dead Presidents, the Paris's, the Public Enemies, Professor Griff, all those who have uplifting messages, get them together and form a mega corporation to give our people
When you refer
hope.
to the white devils in corporations, do you think all whites are devils?
I think that those...
So what they always try, this is obviously 15 years old or maybe more, I can't remember. But it's the same pattern. They always want you to talk about I always want you to talk about, and this ain't actually the video, it's actually another one to me. This is not the one with the show, but it's still a good one. They always get you to talk about, do you think, they did this to me as well. There was an individual in the park, he wanted to know, did I think that Europeans were devils? And this is the thing, let me know. Yeah, that's their thing. And what's very important about that is it shows you self-awareness or self-surviving tactics. So keep note of that always centering themselves and this kind of thing. The video I actually wanted to show you. Let me play it, but let's see if I can find it.
Those who are bringing hell on earth by definition.
How do you define that? Who's bringing hell on earth?
The corporations who are teaching little 5-year-old girls to be strippers and prostitutes.
What corporations are teaching? Who in their right mind? What responsible citizen is doing such a thing?
The owners of MTV, BET, which isn't black-owned,
girls to be
Interscope. I can go on and on. I can give you a list of names all day long who is responsible for the death and destruction of our community.
All right, well, Reverend Paul Scott from the Messianic African Nation, thank you very much for joining us tonight on Hannity and Holmes. Nicely done, Alan.
I want to play the video I wanted to play before we go, and it's good that it actually connected to not controlling our own economics, so it's filth that's being promoted by non-black people, and this kind of stuff. But this was, but more so was big up to that, bro. They're always into that. I'm sure he's doing some good stuff. This is another very angry video.
As some of you might suspect, I'm a nationally recognized expert on hip-hop music, and I know about other music too, and the history of white people moving into the world of black music and running off with much of the proceeds. This was especially true when playing jazz was the thing and when people started to rock and roll. Now there's an effort to ban whites from hip-hop. Joining me now to discuss that, hip-hop and rap music superstar Coolio. His new album, El Cool Magnifico, will be released in October. And from Raleigh, North Carolina, the Reverend Paul Scott, founder of what he calls the New Righteous Movement, which seeks to keep hip-hop music for black artists only. Gentlemen, thanks for being with us. Pastor, first question to you. Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Explain.
I'm very serious. I'm serious because, as Malcolm X once said, once you have a cup of coffee that's too black, meaning too strong, and you add milk to that coffee, it makes it weak. And what used to wake you up now only puts you to sleep.
Okay, but music in America is a commercial business, and 88% of America is not made up of African Americans. Aren't you cutting off your nose to spite your face by chasing blacks out of that genre, or chasing whites out?
No, I think I am saving the noses, the feet, and the toes of young black children. That's what I think I am doing. It's a shame, and frankly, I think that rapping while white should be a federal offense.
So you're not big on the First Amendment down there in North Carolina, huh?
I am down with, since we're talking hip hop, the First Amendment. But see, the thing about the First Amendment is that the First Amendment only counts if you don't offend white people. If you say something that's offensive to white people, and history has shown us that if you say something that's offensive to white people, that the First Amendment goes out the window.
Coolio, my friend on the West Coast, you've been listening to this. Let me talk about Coolio for a minute. Coolio is a very successful musician, was a fireman, and to my great delight, when I was working on Politically Incorrect, and he was a treasured guest, found him to be remarkably informed, and was a big fan of all news television, from whence he gets a lot of the verse. You heard the pastor in North Carolina. Are you down with him?
I have to say this, man. First of all, we need some new quotes. You need to stop quoting Malcolm, man, because you're not even on this level. If you know anything about Malcolm, you know that in the end, he really found out what the real truth of being a man of God was all about.
So we're going to quickly end at some point, but this was one of our show was obviously the technique of putting two black people against each other. And one thing we want to establish is how to communicate correctly. But really, he started by trying to undermine the brother. And I don't get me wrong, I think the brother's message, I think the way he delivered it, there's a way he could deliver it in a way that's, highlight economics, highlight historical justices, focus more on that, because then they're always going to try to attack you with this kind of technique. But yeah, I think rest in peace, brother Coolio, of course. But just like when we show the video of Brother Sly and the Johnson and Muhammad Ali, where you get two celebrities. Now, because obviously we're going to try to be reforming some of the stuff that black people make in England, in Canada, in America, all over the world, whatever. But naturally, what they're going to happen is they're going to push forward artists who are making money from corporate stuff, and they're going to set up a scenario where you have one black man arguing with another black man, a black woman or black woman against black woman. So we definitely want to have a strategy of how you go on and how you talk about this kind of stuff. So I would definitely say that, the goal is to get black people to have ownership and economics, and also to own what they're producing, and therefore mean they can control. And when you control, you can have content that is best suited for the collective, rather than content that is undermining black progress and blah, 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 blah. But let's kind of listen to see what happens.
And I'm appalled to see you sit there and call yourself a man of God and try to keep and try to segregate somebody from something that you have no right to say that. Do you? So,
and that's another thing. Whenever you hear a black person trying to talk about controlling some black controlled thing, recognizing the history of challenges, if you are black, try not to be offended. Many black men or women become offended when you try to exclude white people, or you make a statement against white people of some kind. But then that's why you see a whole load of arguments. This is being programmed in the back of many black people's minds. So trying to do that, but that's what you're seeing here. We've observed this before with many other scenarios. Where is this thing guy, man? Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. So best to not do that. So the reason we're segueing here is because we are talking about how should we be talking to people who are error prone, and especially we understand that a lot of the media out there might be pushing error prone stuff, but naturally when you get two black people on a platform, it might be a confrontation, especially if you highlight problems from non-black people. You tend to find that black people have been trained to be non-black people's best defender. And I suspect before, rest in peace, Brother Coolio, at this time in his life, he was that way inclined.
You rap? Have you ever rapped? Have you ever danced hip hop? Have you ever been a real part of the hip hop struggle? I mean, I can't. You're not valid to me, and I don't think you're valid to the rest of hip hop America, man. You actually making a fool of yourself, and you sound stupid. Because let me tell you one thing. If white people stop buying rap music and white people stop being involved in rap music, there won't be any rap music. There won't be any hip hop to make money off of anymore. It'll be a movement and a way of life like it was in the beginning when nobody was making money off of it.
Pastor Scott, jump in there.
Let me ask you this, brother. First of all, I'm not your enemy.
I'm not your
African
enemy
people
either.
are being oppressed all over this world. And if you're too blind to see that, my brother, maybe you need to pick up a book by Malcolm X. Malcolm did not change.
Check this
the
out.
media may
Check
have
this out.
changed him,
Check.
my brother. So we need to realize that you're not the enemy, brother. The people who are oppressing our people are the enemy. Instead of attacking me, my brother, we need to attack those who are abusing 16-year-old children and smashing their heads into police cars instead of bling-blinging in the era of terror.
But see, here we go. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about hip hop. That's a whole nother form. If you want to talk about that,
no, my
then
brother,
that's
it's all part of black, black
That's
experience. How can you separate that? Being black, like James Baldwin said, being black in America is to be in a constant state of rage.
Reverend Scott, let me interpret something that my friend Coolio is saying. And I think at this point,
let me read something.
He's being a capitalist. And I think one of the things hang on one moment, Coolio. I think one of the things that Coolio is saying is that white money and white support of black.
You see that kind of team bonding of the European man and the African man, the white man, black man, and this is, you're seeing it in techniques now. Now, family, we could go. This is actually like a 3-part thing. I mean, I'm going to end the show now. Let's people go play all of it. I'm not going to play all of it. It was just a segue just to highlight slightly what we're dealing with. But I'll do a recap and then we end. Unless someone says play more, we're going to end it there. I'll use my last time to get some rest for tomorrow. I've got a lot to do. Quite a bit tomorrow. But let's recap on what we're dealing with tonight. And if people visit and they want to continue next week and they want to go over it, we can do that next week. A very important topic. Is there value in black, and let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree, is there value in black men publicly pronouncing black women as their preference? We look at to use preference choices as self-esteem strategy. And also, should black men or black women lead in correcting error-prone black women's public behavior? We looked at videos to show that when you do correct people, you might, be careful of how you say things, because many black people are prone to argument. We look at what works better as a strategy to minimize error-prone behaviors among unsynchronized black women. We're looking at some problematic black women behaviors there. But we're going to end by showing this video. Rewind. Play.
So I was living in Japan for like 4 years. Man, I didn't see black women for like 4 years. When I came back to the U.S., I was so excited about seeing black women. I think black women are the most amazing thing on this earth. And so if I had advice, it would be black women.
There you go. So do you like seeing black men centering black women, having black women as a preference? If no, let us know. If yes, let us, something that rhymes with yes. But I'm going to go. I'm going to get rest and go to sleep. I've got a big day tomorrow. Unless, of course, people want to jump in because you guys do come first. You really do. But we've done our requirements. It's an hour a week at minimum. Or even half an hour to be honest. But we've gone through the show. As you know, we're going to go. But if you want to say so, let us know. Blah, 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 blah. But if not, family, until next week, Black Betterment. We might continue the black women theme. We frame black women. Maybe I can, by time, really go over the Trinity of Triumph, the importance of black families, black health, and black economics. This is the free Trinity of Triumph. This is the buzzword. You need buzzwords when you talk to black people. You need quotes and pictures and all that symbolic stuff. And the free Trinity of Triumph is black power, black families, and black health. And we're talking about black families. The starting point when you make a family is a constructive black man and find a constructive black woman. Very important. We only talk about these things because they're important. When I first came, we weren't talking about black love or black health, more so black economics and also black, crime, whatever it might be, so-called black crime. But for research and time, it's very important we focus on black health and black families. So important. Oh, yes. But until then, family, unless anyone wants to jump in and say, we are going to go to Leodo. Give us your last questions or your goodbyes. If not, we're gone. Gone. As I said, for those who are new, we focus on the back and forth template where we talk to the family. We get, we have to talk to people in the actual forums, or people jump in and have their say, and then that carries on the show. But sometimes people are busy, or they don't want to say on the topic, or it might not be their cup of tea. So then we end 1 hour early. But we've gone past 15, 11. That's over 2 hours. It says, no, that's over an hour and 20 minutes, it says on my dial. That's good enough. So until next week, family, goodbye. All right.